Hey guys, Rob Truegraph here with Restorm Fitness, and today I'm going to talk about 3 barbells that every single gym, in my opinion, should have. Every single gym that claims to cater to anybody lifting weights, free weights specifically, which is most gyms. 3 barbells everyone should have, and really there's no excuse for, in my opinion. There's a lot of gyms that do not have these, and I don't know why. They're not that expensive, and they could help so many people out, both with versatility as well as addressing injuries or mobility restrictions, etc. Really no reason not to have one, in my opinion, or have these 3. So I'm going to start. I'm kind of being lazy here. I was going to get all these out, but I'm like, yeah, they're stacked perfectly here. So these are the 3 I'm talking about. In no particular order, let's start with the top. Let's start with the track bar or the hex bar. So that's this guy here. That's also this guy. I don't know if you can see that. I risk screwing up my camera position. That guy there on the floor. Every one of these bars, maybe with the exception of the Yoke, is going to have several different variations. I'm not going to go into them in detail, but trap bar is an example of that. So this one here is about as plain Jane as you can get. Just a strap bar, flat profile, about the same height when you put 45s on, of course, as the same height as far as where the handles are, is about the same as a traditional straight bar. Couple things you want to kind of consider. So first of all, why? First of all, the answer to why in all these things is always going to include variety. So you do the same exercise over and over with the same piece of equipment. You will get really good at that particular lift, but you also are going to you might start falling into overuse injuries. You might start falling into, you start hitting plateaus, by not mixing it up. When you change your grip, when you change whatever it is, the position of the bar, you're going to start addressing weaknesses. You're also going to start strengthening strength. So it's just good to keep variety. There's my spiel on variety. So just assume that every one of these has the benefit of variation. So aside from that, trap bars are great, really for most people to mix in. There's a lot of folks that don't. Another blanket statement I want to make. I'm not against a straight barbell in any way, shape, or form. If that's all you have, use it. And there's plenty of variations you can do with just that. But that said, it's a lot easier to program variety, safe variety, depending on the person, when you have the tools to do it, aka these 3 barbells or any other. But these 3 are staples for me and my clients. Trap bar is great because it loads the weight basically right over you. It's a center grip, and so you're not front loading it, especially if you have poor form in the straight bar. A lot of people, back problems is the #1 thing complaint you get from straight bar deadlifts. You can still get them with trap bar deadlifts, don't get me wrong, but they're a lot more forgiving. Another thing that's great about them is, for carries, things like that. You can use them for other things other than, I do a lot of presses. The one on the floor there is rackable. I was doing trap bar rack pulls the other day, and you can really overload really well. Typically you do more weight with the trap bar. You get a lot more quad recruitment as well. And when it's a raised handle, you have less range of motion, so that you can typically do more weight as well. That's another reason, to consider. So you could really overload things if you want to, if you're programming for that. I was doing reps with I don't know what it was yesterday, 655, 700 pounds. It feels amazing. You get a little bit of a charge doing reps with 700 pounds on the 10th lift, even if you're only moving an inch. Anyways, that's just an example. So trap bar is a fantastic tool. Everyone should have it. You can get them for, that one was like $180 from Black Widow. That's a nice one. This one on the floor I bought from a dude off of Craigslist for $100. They're super cheap, and they like all this equipment, it lasts forever, usually wherever you get it. A commercial gym, I would definitely invest and buy some good stuff though. Swish Bar. A million different Swish Bar varieties. You can see there, you got that's the angled Swish. You got 3 different grips. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some people call them a football bar. You got neutral grip, which is just straight. You have combinations with like neutral and angled. You have like one big angle. Some of them are like railroad tracks that come over and like a big arch, so you can get real deep range of motion. You have the crap, I can't remember who it is. I think it's called a Ferrugia bar. Whatever. Basically, you have like 2 isolated football areas here. Whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody's going to correct me. All that to say, you have a million different varieties. I would just pick one. I like the angled myself. That's one I bought. But there's no real wrong answer. The main reason for this is shoulders. Pressing, you do all sorts of row varieties as well, curls. But for pressing, this is a heck of a lot easier on the shoulders for most people. You also have the different, you can do close grip, wide grip, middle grip. Go nuts. But I have a lot of people with shoulder problems, including myself sometimes, and this thing is a lifesaver for that. You can still press heavy. You can still do a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily. You might have to, skip a pressing day if you have a straight bar and you're having some shoulder issues. You may be able to get it with the Swish Bar. So again, all this stuff, no brainer, buy one. If you have a gym and you don't have one of these and you have people lifting and complaining about shoulder problems, get a Swish Bar, some kind of Swish Bar. All right, we got SS Yoke or SSB. This is an Elite FTS model. Now this is where it starts. This is where I can see people making excuses because this one in particular I think lists at like $450. It does go on sale a lot. Elite FTS, I think it's hard to argue with. Probably makes the best model out there. I hear when you do everyone wants to compare Rogue. The Rogue model, while I would happily take one for free, I would much rather go with the Elite FTS based on reviews and based on the feel. I've used the Rogue before. It's fine. If you have one, use it. It's great. You're going to get all the benefits from it, but it's not as good. I've heard from a lot of people that Titan, it's one of the things they do well. A lot of their products suck, and a lot of their customer service is notoriously awful. But if you're looking to save money, get the Titan model. It's a direct Elite FTS ripoff. Obviously, probably not made as well. I'm sure it's not, but it's like $150 compared to a list of $450. Even if you get Elite FTS on sale. So you really have no excuse. I mean, I think everybody, you put all these together with just a little bit of diligence, you can buy all 3 of these bars for $500. Even if you got to buy them used, that's no big deal, obviously. I mean, a $500 investment to completely expand, add endless variety to your clients' lifts, to your members' lifts, to your lifts. Introduce all sorts of ways to train safely, to train through injuries, to train through restrictions. It is absolutely, I just can't think of any reason not to use these. Again, I'm not saying these are better than straight bars. I'm just saying have all of them. Get them all. People spend money on stupid stuff. Maybe save your cut into your pre-workout budget a little bit and for a couple months and buy a good bar. Someone's gonna hate on me for ripping on pre-workout stuff, but nothing wrong with it. It's just sometimes there is something wrong with it. Anyways, forget all that. It has nothing to do with this video. I'm just saying, you hear what I said. All right. If you have any other bars, maybe there's some other bars that you just absolutely must-haves, let me know. If you disagree or agree or know any really good deals that I didn't mention, let me know. Guys, subscribe to this channel. If you got a good pre-workout that's absolutely worth the cost and the hype, let me know. I'd be happy to be wrong there. I personally am just a coffee guy. And that coffee and some amino acids sometimes, or a steak. I like steak and coffee before I work out. All right, guys. Rob Shoecraft, 3 Star Fitness. Please subscribe to this channel. Have a great day.